Have you ever had it where you look at something and it brings back a great childhood memory? I have that whenever I see charcoal. Now you might be thinking, all right, Ryan, you must have had a really boring childhood if you like charcoal. The thing is, charcoal reminds me of the summer trips that my family and I would take when I was a kid. Because every single summer we would take 1 week off from the busy, chaotic schedule to go and hang out by a lake. And when we did that, my dad would always grill on a charcoal grill. We never ate out. And so when I look at charcoal now, it reminds me of the great times we had at the lake. You see, charcoal brings back good memories for me. But for Peter in the Bible, charcoal initially was not a great memory. The first time we see the word charcoal in Scripture is actually in John's Gospel. And it's towards the end of John's Gospel in Jesus' ministry. See, Jesus is standing trial, and as he's standing trial, Peter is in the crowd. And he's warming his hands over a charcoal fire. And right when he's doing that is when he denies knowing Jesus the third time, and the rooster crows. This has got to be a horrible memory for Peter. The second time that we see the word charcoal in the Bible happens after Jesus' resurrection. You see, Peter and his buddies are out on a lake and they're fishing. And they've been out there all night long and they haven't caught a thing. Nothing. So I'd imagine Peter's probably not in a great mood at that point. And then all of a sudden they kind of see someone on the shore, but they're not sure who it is. And the person on the shore yells out, "Throw your nets on the other side." Well, Peter's a fisherman. He knows that's not going to make a big deal. But Peter does it anyway. And guess what? A miraculous catch of fish. And as soon as he realizes what has happened, Peter realizes that's Jesus on shore. And so Peter takes off his tunic, jumps into the water, and swims all the way to shore. And in John chapter 21, verse 9, it says, "When they arrived on shore, they found breakfast waiting for them. Fish cooked over a charcoal fire." Imagine you're Peter in this story. And you swim all the way to shore, and when you get there, you start walking towards Jesus, but as you're doing that, you realize he's cooking over a charcoal fire. Your memory probably goes back to the worst night of your life, when you denied knowing Jesus. That had to have been horrible for Peter. But the thing is, Jesus doesn't hold grudges. Instead, Jesus goes to Peter and he asks him one question 3 different times. He asks him, "Peter, do you love me?" Now, this is a great way for Peter to look at charcoal differently, because I have a feeling that from that point on, whenever Peter saw charcoal, he didn't think back about the night where he messed up. Instead, he thought back to the forgiveness that Jesus offers. I don't know what you think about when you see charcoal. Maybe it's a good memory like I have growing up. Maybe it's a bad memory. Maybe you don't have any memories of charcoal at all. But I hope no matter what, you have something in your life that you look at and it reminds you of Jesus' forgiveness and God's love for you. Because that is what Easter is all about.